हेलो एवरीवन। तो आज हम खेलने जा रहे हैं द ओरेगन ट्रेल, जो कि लॉन्च हुआ था 1971 में। लेट्स प्ले द ओरेगन ट्रेल। यू मे ट्रैवल द ट्रेल, लर्न अबाउट द ट्रेल, सी द ओरेगन टॉप 10, टर्न साउंड ऑफ, चूज मैनेजमेंट ऑप्शंस एंड व्हाट इज़ योर चॉइस। ये मैनेजमेंट ऑप्शन क्या है? Management options: you may see the current top 10 list, see the original top 10 list, erase the current top 10 list, erase the Thompson messages, erase saved games, turn joystick on, calibrate joystick, return to the main menu। यहाँ पे हमारा कुछ काम नहीं है। टर्न साउंड ऑफ नहीं, साउंड ऑन चाहिए हमें। सी दी ओरेगन टॉप 10। The Oregon Top 10 name, points, resting, trail guide, adventurer, greenhorn. Would you like to know? Would you like to see how points are earned? Yes. On arriving in Oregon, your most important resource is the people you have with you. You receive points for each member of your party who arrives safely. You receive more points if they arrive in good health. Okay. Health of party, points per person: good 500, fair 400, poor 300, very poor 200. The resources you arrive with will help you get started in the new land. You receive points for each item you bring safely to Oregon. Resources of party: points per item: wagon 50, ox 4, spare wagon parts 2, set of clothing 2, bullets each 50, 1, food each 25 pounds 1, cash each $5 1. You receive points for your occupation in the new land because more farmers and carpenters were needed than bankers. You receive double points upon arriving in Oregon as a carpenter and triple points for arriving as a farmer. Okay, learn about the trail. Try taking a journey by covered wagon across 2000 miles of plains, rivers and mountains. Try on the plains. Will you slosh your oxen through mud and water-filled roots, or will you plod through dust 6 inches deep? How will you cross the rivers if you have money? If you have money, you might take a ferry if there is a ferry, or you can ford the river and hope you and your wagon aren't swallowed alive. What about supplies? Well, if you are low on food, you can hunt. You might get a buffalo, you might, and there are bear in the mountains. At the Dalash, you can try navigating the Columbia River, but if running the rapids with a makeshift raft makes you queasy, better take the Parallel Road. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns or thieves steal your auction, or you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera. Don't give up. Try again and again until your name is up with the others on the Oregon Top 10. Control S key. You may turn the sound on or off during the program by pressing Control S. Escape key. You may want to quit in the middle of the program. If so, press the escape key twice whenever the computer is waiting for a response. The software team responsible for creation of this product includes Id Grabs, Caroline Kaplinger, Mark Paquette, Larry Fano, Julie Reland. ट्रैवल द ट्रेल, चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. Many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon. You may be a banker from Boston, be a carpenter from Ohio, be a farmer from Illinois. Find out the difference between these choices. What is your choice? 4 difference देख लेते हैं. Traveling to Oregon isn't easy, but if you are a banker, you will have more money for supplies and services than a carpenter or a farmer. However, the harder you have to try, the more points you deserve. Therefore, the farmer earns the greater number of points and the banker earns the least. Okay, but हम फिर भी banker लेंगे. What is the first name of the wagon leader? Sinchan. What are the first name of the 4 other members in your party? Kazama, Bochan, Masao, Nani. Enter names or press enter. Are these names correct? Yes. It is 1848. Your jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave Independence. March, April, May, June, July. Ask for advisor. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California Oregon favor. You are told if you leave too early here, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter comes. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be cool. तो हम मई में निकलते हैं. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $1,600 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. Okay, you can buy whenever you need at Matt's General Store. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. Hello, I'm Matt. So you are going to Oregon. I can fix you up with what you need. A team of auction to pull your wagon, clothing for both summer and winter, plenty of food for the trip, ammunition for your rifles, spare parts for your wagon. Matt's General Store, Independence, Missouri, May 1st, 1848. Auction, food, clothing, ammunition, spare parts. Total bill 0. Amount you have $1,600. Which item would you like to buy? First, auction. There are 2 auctions in a yoke. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge 40 a yoke. How many yoke do you want? 10. Food. I recommend you take at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. I see that you have 5 people in all. You will need flour, sugar, bacon and coffee. My price is 20 cents a pound. How many pounds of food do you want? 2000. Clothing. I recommend you. अच्छा वापस गलती से सॉरी फूड पे आ गई मैं. Clothing. You will need warm clothing in the mountains. I recommend taking at least 2 sets of clothing per person. Each set is 10. How many sets of clothes do you want? 50. Ammunition. I sell ammunition in boxes of 20 bullets. Each box costs $2. How many boxes do you want? 30. Spare parts. It's a good idea to have a few spare parts for your wagon. Here are the prices. Wagon wheels $10 each, wagon axle $10 each, wagon tongue $10 each. How many wagon wheels? Wagon LX, wagon tongues 3. ठीक है, तो टोटल बिल हो गया $1450 का और $1600 हमारे पास है. Press space bar to leave store. Well then, you are ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. Weather cool, health good, pace steady, rations filling. You may continue on trail, check supplies. ठीक है. Look at the map. हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, ये मैप ऑफ द ऑरेगन ट्रेल है. हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और हमें यहाँ जाना है. इंडिपेंडेंस, फोर्ट कैरनी, चिमनी रॉक, लारेमी, इंडिपेंडेंस रॉक, साउथ पास, फोर्ट ब्रिज, सोडा स्प्रिंग्स, फोर्ट हॉल, फोर्ट बॉयज, ब्लू माउंटेन्स, दी डलास, फोर्ट वेला वेला, ऑरेगन सिटी. फिनिश. ये जो वाइट बॉक्सेस है वो फोर्ट्स है, ब्लैक बॉक्सेस है वो लैंडमार्क्स है, जो लाइन है वो योर रूट, डॉट डॉट है वो रिवर्स, और जो त्रिकोण है वो माउंटेन्स है. ओके. चेंज पेज, ये क्या है? चेंज पेज, करंटली स्टडी. The pace at which you travel can change. Your choice are a steady pace, a strenuous pace, a grueling pace. Find out what these different pace means. Okay. Steady. You travel around about 8 hours a day, taking frequent rests. You take care not to get too tired. Strenuous. You travel about 12 hours a day, starting just after sunrise and stopping shortly before sunset. You stop to rest only when necessary. You finish each day feeling very tired. Grueling. You travel about 16 hours a day, starting before sunrise and continuing until dark. You almost never stop to rest. You do not get enough sleep at night. You finish each day feeling absolutely exhausted and your health suffers. Okay. Steady रखते हैं. Change food rations. Change food rations currently feeling. The amount of food the people in your party eat each day can change. These amounts are filling meals are large and generous. Mager meals are small but adequate. Bare bones meals are very small. Everyone stay hungry. What is your choice? Filling ही रखेंगे. Stop to rest. अभी तो start किया है. Attempt to trade. Okay. You meet another emigrant who want one ox. He will trade you one set of clothes. नहीं, हमें नहीं चाहिए. अरे एक दिन चेंज हो गया. Talk to people. A trader named Jim tells you better take extra sets of clothing. Trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide at river crossings. Expect to pay them. They are sharp traders, not easily cheated. A traveler Miles Hendricks tells you, did you read the Missouri Republican today? Says some folks start for Oregon without carrying spare parts, not even an extra wagon axle. Must think they grow on trees. Hope they are lucky enough to find an abandoned wagon. A town resident tells you some folks seem to think that 2 auctions are enough to get them to Oregon. 2 auctions can barely move a fully loaded wagon, and if one of them gets sick or died, you won't be able you won't be going anywhere. I won't go overland with less than 6. A trader named Jim, ये तो रिपीट हो गया. चलो, बाय सप्लाईज. वैसे तो हमने अभी सब कुछ बाय किया है, तो हमें कुछ बाय नहीं करना. लीव स्टोर. चलो, कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. फ्रॉम इंडिपेंडेंस इट इज़ 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. Date May 2, 1848. Weather cool. Health good. Food 1985 pounds. Next landmark 102 miles. Miles traveled 0 miles. मैं 2000 miles travel करनी है. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. You are now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? Yes. Talk to people. Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you, with the crowds of people waiting to get on the ferry, we could be stranded here for days. Hope there is enough grass for all those animals. Not many people carry feed. I had rather wade through than cross in a rickety wagon boat. A stranger tells you can't afford to take a ferry. We are making our wagon into a boat. We will turn it over, clog the bottom and sides with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it doesn't rain. The river's high enough. A ferry operator tells you don't try to ford any river deeper than the wagon bed, about 2.5 feet. You will swap your wagon and lose your supplies. You can clog the wagon bed and float it, or be smart and hire me to take your wagon on my ferry. चलो 3 बार के बाद रिपीट हो जाते हैं. तो ट्रेड नहीं करना है हमें, रेस्ट भी नहीं लेना है. मैप देख लेते हैं एक बार. ओके, हम यहाँ पर हैं इस रिवर पे. सप्लाईज, फूड तो ये लोग खा रहे हैं, बाकी सब सही है. चलो कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. यू मस्ट क्रॉस द रिवर इन ऑर्डर टू कंटिन्यू. द रिवर एट दिस पॉइंट इज currently 614 feet across and 3 feet deep in the middle. Okay. Weather cool. River width 6. Kansas River crossing May 8, 1848. Weather cool. River width 614 feet. River depth 3 feet. You may attempt to ford the river, clog the wagon and float it across, take a ferry across, wait to see if condition improve. 5. Get more information. To ford a river means to pull your wagon across a shallow part of the river with the oxen still attached. To clog the wagon means to seal it so that no water can get in. The wagon can then be floated across like a boat. To use a ferry means to put your wagon on top of a flat boat that belongs to someone else, the owner of the ferry will take your wagon across the river. Okay, तो ferry ले लेते, सही रहेगा. Take a ferry across. The ferry operator says that he will charge you $5 and that you will have to wait 6 days. Are you willing to do this? Okay. The ferry got your party and wagon safely across. From the Kansas River crossing, it is 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. Okay, तो 14th में हो चुकी है. Weather warm, health good, food 1805 pounds. Next landmark 82 miles और हम travel कर चुके हैं 103 miles. Press enter to size up the situation. You are now at the Big Blue River crossing. Would you like to look around? Of course. सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे लोगों से. A party leader heading east tells you, we have had enough pesky files all day and mosquitoes all night. It's either baking sun or ocean of mud and sometimes both. Worry over Indian attacking. Haven't seen any yet, but still a worry. A lady Marnie Stewart tells you, this prairie is mighty pretty with all the wildflowers and tall grasses, but there is too much of it. I miss not having a town nearby. I wonder too many days until I see a town with real shops, a church people. Big Lois, a trail driver, tells you, be careful, you don't push those animals too hard, keep them moving but set them a fair pace. Can't keep driving them so fast or you will end up with lamb-footed animals. A lamb ox is about as good to you as a dead one. हाँ, मैप देख लेते हैं. ओके, हम यहाँ पर हैं अभी. सप्लाईज सही है. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 224 feet across and 1.6 feet deep in the middle. Okay, you may attempt to ford the river, clog the wagon and float it across. Wait to see if condition improve, get more information. Second. You had no trouble floating the wagon across. From the Big Blue River crossing, it is 118 miles to Fort Kearney. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. वेदर हेल्थ गुड है तब तक हम चलते रहेंगे. You are now at Fort Kearney. Would you like to look around? Yes, yes. Talk to buy supplies. नहीं यार, महंगा दे रहा है फूड ये. वहाँ पे हमने 0.20 पाउंड का खरीदा था. चलो हमें नहीं चाहिए, हम हंट कर लेंगे। एक सेकंड गाइस, मैं आती हूँ। Talk to people. A foot soldier tells you the trails from the jumping off places, Independence at Joseph Council Bluffs come together at Fort Kearney. This new fort was built by the US Army to protect those bound for California and Oregon. Big Louis tells you the Platte River Valley Ford forms a natural roadway from Fort Kearney to Fort Laramie. Travelers bound for California, Utah, and Oregon all take this road. Could be the easiest stretch of the whole trip. Should see antelope and plenty of buffaloes. A Fort Canry scout tells you the game is still plentiful along here but getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot the game for sport, take a small piece and let the rest rot in the sun. नहीं ट्रेड नहीं करना, स्टॉप, रेस्ट नहीं करना, कंडीशन गुड है, चेंज नहीं करना है। मैप देख लेते हैं। फर्स्ट लैंडमार्क पे हम पहुंच चुके हैं, हमारे फर्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन पे। सप्लाईज सही है। कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल फ्रॉम फोर्ट कैनरी, इट इज़ 250 miles to चिमनी रॉक। कंटिन्यू। जब तक हेल्थ गुड है हम चलते रहेंगे। वेरी रेनी। वन ऑफ द ऑक्शन इज इंजर्ड। ओ, लूज ट्रेल लॉस 3 days। वन ऑफ द ऑक्शन हैज डाइड। ओ नो, वेरी रेनी, बारिश हो रही है बहुत ज़्यादा। You pass a grave site. Would you like to look closer? Okay. Here lies a, कोई मर गया था वहाँ पे। You are now at Chimney Rock. Would you like to look around? Yes. Talk to people. Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you, I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might not get there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say. Okay. Calinda Hines tells you Chimney Rock by moonlight is awfully sublime. Many Indians came to our wagon with fish to exchange for clothing. We bought a number. They understand swap and no swap seem most anxious to get shirts and socks. Alonso Delano tells you about noon yesterday, we came in sight of Chimney Rock looming up in the distance like the lofty tower of some town we did not tire gazing on it. It was about 20 miles from us and stayed in sight till we reached it today. ठीक है, मैप चिमनी रॉक पहुंच चुके हैं हम. सप्लाईज देख लेते हैं. अभी है हमारे पास फूड इनफ. एक ऑक्सन मर चुका है हमारा. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल फ्रॉम चिमनी रॉक. इट इज़ 86 miles फॉर टू फोर्ट लारामी. स्टार्ट. जब तक हेल्थ गुड है हम चलते रहेंगे चलते रहेंगे चलते रहेंगे, बिल्कुल नहीं रुकेंगे. Oh no, a theft comes during the night and steal 19 pounds of food. है, खाने की तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. You are now at Fort Laramie. Would you like to look around? Yes. नहीं, हम सप्लाईज देखे कुछ. अरे यार और महंगा है, नहीं खरीदना हमें. टॉक टू पीपल. अ वुमन ट्रेवलर टेल्स यू, बी वार्न्ड स्ट्रेंजर, डोंट डिग अ वाटर hole, drink only river water. Sadly, as the Platte River is, it's better than the cholera. We buried my husband last week. Could use some help with this harness if you can spare the time. A mountain man tells you, these greenhorn heading across the Rockies know nothing about surviving in the mountains. It gets awful cold up there even in summer. Many a traveler crossing the mountains too late in the year has gotten snowbound and died. Oh. A Sox hunter tells you, the Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. I would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met, but I have never killed a white man. All I ask from the white man is to leave me alone and to leave my buffalo alone. चलो मैप दिखा देती हूँ मैं. हम यहाँ तक पहुँच चुके हैं. हमने 3 लैंडमार्क कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं. सप्लाईज अभी भी हमारे पास फूड इनफ है. चलो कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल फ्रॉम फोर्ट लारामी. इट इज़ 190 miles टू इंडिपेंडेंस रॉक. कंटिन्यू. वेरी रेनी वेदर, हेल्थ गुड, hot. Find wild fruits. Bochan has mussels. Oh. Kazama has a broken leg. क्या हो रहा है इन लोगों को? One of the oxen is injured. अरे, you are now at Independence Rock. Would you like to look around? Yes. एक मिनट गाइस, मैं आती हूँ. हेलो, सॉरी गाइस, एक कॉल आ गई थी. कहाँ थे हम? टॉक टू पीपल. A young boy tells you, I carved my name may up the side of Independence Rock near the top. There are hundreds of names up there. The oldest ones were carved by mountain men and for trappers. Famous names like Fremont, Bonneville and Descent. क्या बोल रहा है? Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you no butter और ये आंट रिबेका क्या हमारे साथ ही चल रही है? नो बटर और चीज और फ्रेश fruit since Fort Laramie. Bless me, but I had rather have my larder full of food back east than have our name carved on that rock. Well, this a sign more cheery than all the gravers we passed. Big Louis tells you, goodbye Platte River, goodbye sand hills and white buffalo skulls. Now we climb the Sweetwater Valley to cross the contin- continental divide at South Pass. Once across the Rockies, we will make a steep descent into the Green River Valley. A young boy, ये तो हो गया. Attempt to trade, नहीं करना. Stop to rest. मैप देख लेते हैं. हम यहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं. अब हमें जाना है साउथ पास. चेक सप्लाईज. ठीक है, अभी 1000 फूड है हमारे पास. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. फ्रॉम इंडिपेंडेंस रॉक इट इज 102 miles टू साउथ पास. स्टार्ट करते हैं. अरे, ब्रोकन वैगन व्हील, वुड यू लाइक टू ट्राई टू रिपेयर इट? ऑफ कोर्स. You were unable to repair the broken wagon wheel. You must replace it with a spare part. Okay. Wrong trail, lose one day. अभी वैसे हेल्थ फेयर है तो हम चल सकते हैं. पुअर होगी तो हम रेस्ट कर लेंगे. One of the auction has died. You are now at South Pass. Would you like to look around? Yes. Talk to people. A Mormon traveler tells you, my family and I travel with 40 other families to the valley of the Great Salt Lake to seek religious freedom. Back east, Mormons are persecuted in Utah. We will join together to build a new community, changing desert into farmland. अच्छे विचार है. An Arapaho Indian tells you, when the white men first crossed our lands, their wagons were few. Now they crowd the trail in great numbers. The land is overgrazed with their many animals. Do any white men still live in the east? My people talk of moving. A young girl tells you, my father is very sick and we are resting here until he gets better. We have been pushing too hard and our health has suffered. When my father is able to travel again, we will go at a swallow pace. चलो मैप देखते हैं, हम यहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं. सप्लाईज, फूड देखते हैं, अभी करेंगे हंट. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. द ट्रेल डिवाइड्स हियर. यू मे head for Green River crossing, head for Fort Bridge. See the map. आई गेस ये रास्ता लंबा पड़ेगा. फोर्ट ब्रिज से जाएंगे तो, सोडा स्प्रिंग जाएंगे तो रास्ता छोटा पड़ेगा, तो हम सोडा स्प्रिंग से जाते हैं. हेड फॉर ग्रीन रिवर क्रॉसिंग. From South Pass, it is 57 miles to Green River crossing. Masao has a broken arm. थोड़ा हंट कर लेते हैं तो रेस्ट भी हो जाएगा, हेल्थ भी इम्प्रूव हो जाएगी. हंट फॉर फूड. हंटिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन. एंटर की टू स्टार्ट और स्टॉप वॉकिंग. स्पेस बार टू फायर द राइफल. Arrow key to point the rifle. Novice hunters, or number key to point the rifle. Expert hunters. Escape key to stop hunting. From the animal you shoot, you got 4 pound of meat. ये क्या हो गया भाई, इतने से क्या होगा. इस बार अच्छे खासे डियर मार दिए मैंने. 3 डियर मार दिए. अरे भाग गया. क्या हो गया. और हंट करना पड़ेगा हमें. हेल्थ गुड हो गई है तो चलते हैं, बाद में करेंगे. वेरी लिटिल वाटर. Very little water. You are now at Green River crossing. Would you like to look around? Yes, of course. Talk to people. Big Lois tells you $5 to ferry us over the Green River. Those ferrymen make $100 before breakfast. We will keep down river until we find a place to ford our wagon and animals. With what little money we have left, we will keep. A young boy tells you, my family didn't buy enough food in Independence. We have been eating very small ration since Fort Laramie. Because of that, our health is poor. My sister has mountain fever, so we are stopped here for a while. So sad. A Sosoini Indian tells you, when wagon first started coming through here, we did not mind. We even found it good to trade game and fish with the travelers and help them across the rivers. Now there are too many white men and too little land for grazing. Attempt to trade. मैं जब भी अटेम्प्ट करती हूँ ना कोई नहीं होता है. मैंने सोचा खाना ले लेती हूँ थोड़ा. चलो हम यहाँ आ चुके हैं. सप्लाई हंट करना पड़ेगा. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. You may cross the river in order to continue the river at this point is currently 400 feet across and 20.1 feet deep in the middle. Oh my god. Weather warm, river width 400 feet, river depth 20.1 feet. फेरी ले लेते अपन तो सीधा. The ferry operator says that he will charge you $5 and that you will have to wait 2 days. Are you willing to do this? Yes. The ferry got your party and wagon safely across. From Green River crossing it is 143 miles to Soda Springs. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. फाइंड वाइल्ड फ्रूट्स बहुत ज़रूरत है. बैड वेदर, inadequate grass. One of the option is injured. Bad weather. Very little water. Inadequate grass. You are now at Soda Spring. Would you like to look around? Of course. Talk to people. Miles Hendrick tells you, I have heard it said that there are many cutoffs to take to shorten the journey, that by taking all the shortcuts you can save many days on the trail, and why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk. Celinda Hinz tells you, my the Soda Springs are so pretty, seem to spot at regular intervals, felt good to just rest and now be jostled in the wagon all day. When I get to Oregon, I will have a soft feather bed and never sleep in a wagon again. A young boy tells you, my job every day is to find wood for the cook fire. Sometimes it's very hard to find enough, so I store extra pieces in a box under the wagon. On the prairie, I gathered buffalo chips to burn when there wasn't any wood. Attempt to trade. You meet another emigrant, पहला है ये, who wants one wagon wheel. She will trade you 26 pound of food. वाह, 26 pound of food के लिए मैं इसको एक wagon wheel दे दूँ? No way. लुक एट मैप. यस, बिल्कुल. हाफ जर्नी हमने तय कर ली है, हाफ बची है. चलो कंटिन्यू. फ्रॉम सोडा स्प्रिंग इट इज़ 57 माइल्स टू फोर्ट हॉल. हमें 2000 माइल्स ट्रैवल करना था, हम 1133 माइल्स ट्रैवल कर चुके हैं. मसाओ हैज़ अ ब्रोकन लेग. वन ऑफ द ऑप्शन हैज़ डाइड। थोड़ा हंट कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे हम। एक डियर मार दिया हमने। अरे कोई एनिमल ही नहीं आ रहे। फ्रॉम द एनिमल्स यू शूट यू गॉट 101 pounds of meat, however you were only able to carry 100 pounds back to the wagon। ये क्या मतलब हुआ? चलो एक ही तो पाउंड जा रहा है और हंट करते हैं, क्योंकि सप्लाईज हमारे पास फूड कम है। अरे अब दोनों निकल गई। मिड में जाते हैं थोड़ा। अरे यार सब उधर ही आ रहा है। वाह ये भी बच गया। अरे यार इतने फास्ट आएंगे तो कैसा हंट करूंगी? वैसे भी इतना ले जा तो पाऊंगी नहीं। 100 ही ले जा सकते हैं 217 में से। चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं जर्नी। इनफ है अभी। Inadequate grass। You are now at the Fort Hall. Would you like to look around? Of course। Buy supplies। बहुत महंगा है। Talk to people। Aunt Rebecca tells you here there is mountain ship around here, enough water to but hardly a stick of wood. Thank heaven for Fort Hall, but I'm real sorry to be saying goodbye to cousin Miles and all the folks heading for California। A fellow traveler tells you Fort Hall is a busy fort. The wide stretches of meadow grass here are just what our tired animals need. As for me, I will fix up the wagon leaks. Amanda's real anxious to wash all the cloths and linens in one of those clean streams. Miles Hendrick tells you, well, friend, this is where we part. I am bound for California with an imposing desert to cross, and you have got the Snake River to cross, which I hear is no picnic. Write us you or the Missouri just as soon as you reach Oregon। आंट रिबेका और ये हेनरी दोनों पता नहीं हमारे साथ ही चल रहे हैं। हम यहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं अब 1 2 3 4 डेस्टिनेशन के बाद हम हमारी ओरिजिनल डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुँच जाएंगे। सप्लाई फूड हंट करना पड़ेगा हमें। ऑक्शन 3 मर चुके हैं। कंटिन्यू। From Fort Hall, it is 182 miles to the Snake River crossing. One of the auction is injured. You find an abandoned wagon with the following 21 bullets or one wagon wheel. Nice. Adequate grass, find wild fruit. फाइंड वाइल्ड फ्रूट. हाँ, फ्रूट्स मिलते रहे तो बढ़िया है यार. हेल्थ अभी फेयर है तो हम चल सकते हैं. रॉक ट्रेल. वन ऑफ द ऑक्शन हैज डाइड. इंजर्ड था तो मुझे पता ही था. हंट कर लेते थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे. बस एक और मार देती हूँ. उससे ज़्यादा तो वैसे भी मैं कैरी नहीं कर सकती. फ्रॉम द एनिमल यू शूट यू गट 100 पाउंड्स ऑफ मीट. और इतना ही ले जा सकते हैं. चलो कंटिन्यू करते हैं. अरे यार, ब्रोकन वैगन व्हील. वुड यू लाइक टू रिपेयर इट? यस. You are unable to repair the broken wagon wheel. You must replace it with the spare parts. चलो. Bad weather. Impassable trail. Lose 3 days. हमें हंट करना पड़ेगा. फूड कम है. वेरी लिटिल वाटर. You are now at the Snake River crossing. Would you like to look around? Yes. Talk to people. Big Louis tells you, see that wild river? That's the snake. Many a craft's been swept in her foaming rapids. Here waters travel all the way to Oregon. We will be crossing her soon. And then again after Fort Boys. Take care at the crossing. A frantic wife tells you. It says right here in the Sivali guidebook. You must hire an Indian to pilot you at the crossings of the Snake River. It bring dangerous if not perfectly understood. But my husband insists on crossing without a guide. An overlander tells you down there between those steep lava gorges, twisting and writing is the Snake River. So much water and so hard to get to. We have got many miles of desert before Oregon, so be sure to fill your water cans at the crossing. हो गए ना? हाँ. अटेम्प्ट टू ट्रेड नहीं करना. खाना चाहिए हमें. अरे यार, क्लॉथ्स बुलेट्स नहीं चाहिए. मैप. हम यहाँ पहुँच गए हैं. अच्छा, अभी हम रिवर क्रॉसिंग पे हैं. चेक सप्लाईज. खाना चाहिए. खाना. यू मस्ट क्रॉस द रिवर इन ऑर्डर टू कंटिन्यू द रिवर at this point is currently 1000 feet across and 6 feet deep in the middle. Hire an Indian to help. चलो इंडियन की हेल्प ले लेते. A Shoshone guide says that he will take your wagon across the river in exchange for 2 sets of clothes. Will you accept this offer? हाँ चलेगा. The Shoshone guide will help you float your wagon across. You had no trouble floating the wagon across. चलो. From the Snake River crossing, it is 113 miles to Fort Boys. ठीक है चलो. इम्पैसेबल ट्रेल लूज 7 days. कुछ ज़्यादा डेज लूज नहीं हो गया. अरे खाना खाना चाहिए. इनफ है. इससे ज़्यादा वैसे भी मैं उठा के नहीं ले जा सकती. थोड़ा और हंट चलते हैं. चलो कंडीशन गुड है, आगे खरीद लेंगे. लूज 4 day. Kazama has a broken arm. Lose 6 days. Wrong trail. इनफ एक था. इससे ज़्यादा वैसे भी मैं नहीं ले जा सकती. You are now at Fort Boys. Would you like to look around? Buy supplies, yes. यार 0.45 per pound. फूड खरीद लेती हूँ थोड़ा सा. 140 का क्या करूँगी. 300 पाउंड खरीदती हूँ तो $5 टू स्पेंड. हाँ $5 ही बचे हैं. लीव चेक सप्लाईज 500 आ गया. नहीं खरीदना चाहिए था ऐसा लग रहा है. लुक एट द मैप. ठीक है हम यहाँ पहुँच गए हैं. अब 1 2 3 और बच्चे. लास्ट तो है ही. टॉक टू पीपल. Aunt Rebecca tells you at every fort along the trail prices have been higher than at the previous fort. This is ये पहले पढ़ना चाहिए था मुझे. Outrageous. They are taking advantage of us. If I had the chance to do it again, I had buy more supplies in Independence. Jacob Hofstadter tells you every night, even though I ache from the day's toils, my head is filled with dreams of the rich farm land of the Willamette Valley. I will build myself a fine handsome homestead, and I am certain I will be rich within 5 years. A trader with 6 months tells you you will not get your wagon over them Blue Mountain. Mr. Levitt, cross your goods over with pack animals. Get yourself a couple of good mulls. Pieces of wagon litter the trail left by them folks who don't had good advice. ये हो गया. लुक एट मैप. हम यहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं. कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल. From Fort Boys it is 160 miles to the Blue Mountain. Impassable trail, lose 4 days. हेल्थ गुड है, खाना है हमारे पास अभी. मसा हैज मिसल्स. बैड वेदर, वेरी लिटिल वाटर, रॉन्ग ट्रेल. हंट करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा. बस इनफ इतना. मुझे पता है मैं नहीं ले जा सकती ज़्यादा, तो मैं क्यों हंट करूँ. बड़े एनिमल्स क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं. 3 पाउंड का क्या करूँ. बस इनफ है. खुद आ रहा है पॉइंट पे, तो मैं क्या करूँ. कितनी हो गई सप्लाईज. चलो चलते हैं. वेरी लिटिल वाटर, वेरी लिटिल वाटर. वन ऑफ द ऑप्शन इज इंजर्ड. बैड वेदर. वन ऑफ द ऑप्शन हैज डाइड. अरे हेल्थ पुअर हो गई है. चलो अब तो पहुंच ही गए. You are now at the Blue Mountain. Would you like to look around? Yes. हमारी जर्नी. A tired overlander tells you since crossing the Snake at Fort Boys, it's been just mountain and desert. Dust deeper each day. 6 inches at times. No tracks, just clouds of dust. Many cows choked on the dust after swimming the river, then bled and died. Marnie Stewart tells you we followed the edge of the desert from Fort Boys to the forbidding wall of the Blue Mountains. The hills were dreadful steep, locking both wheels and coming down slow. We got down safe, poor animals, no grass or water for days. Jacob Hofstadter tells you this valley of the Grand Ronde is the most beautiful sign I have seen in months. Water and grass in abundance, and if this valley is so fine, the Wilmette must be twice as fine. We will be sitting pretty in our new homestead. A tired since crossing. A tired overlander tells you since crossing the Snake at Fort Boys, it's been just mountain and desert, dust deeper each day, 6 inches at times, no tracks, just clouds of dust, many calotte chalks chalked on the dust after swimming the river, then bled and died. मैप बस हम पहुंचने ही वाले हैं. सप्लाईज फूड है अभी हमारे पास. The trail divides here. You may head for Fort Walla Walla, head for the Dallas. See the map. अच्छा हमें वहाँ जाना है या यहाँ जाना है? यहाँ जाके देखते हैं. From the Blue Mountain it is 55 miles to Fort Walla Walla. Heavy fog lose one day. थोड़ा सा यार हंट कर लेती हूँ मैं. इनफ है इतना. हेल्थ भी गुड कर ले तो कैसी रहेगी. है सप्लाईज. चलो heavy fog. You are now at Fort Walla Walla. Would you like to look around? Yes. Buy supplies, talk to people. A young mother tells you, I have traveled in fear of Indians since our journey began. As of yet, we have seen few. Those we met helped us cross rivers or sold us vegetables. Still, I favor fear. I have read grave markers and heard stories of killings in these mountains. Annie Witherspoon tells you, my cousin Catherine was one of 6 children orphaned and left at Whitman's mission, lived with them for 3 years until the massacre last November. She has survived snake bites, stampedes, false fights, not to maintain a massacre. A curious Indian tells you, you ask about the white man massacres. I ask you why Dr. Whiteman's medicine did not cure my people's children. Many count the miles for the stranger. Why did the medicine poison our children and cure the children of white people? A young mother tells I have traveled. ये तो हो गया. सप्लाईज है, मैप. हम यहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं. लास्ट हमारा डेस्टिनेशन ऑरेगन ट्रेल पहुँचने वाले हैं. कंटिन्यू. From Fort Walla Walla, it is 120 miles to the Dells. Adequate grass. Nanny has Millstone. बहुत ज़्यादा पेड़ है यहाँ पे. अरे यार, इतने से फूड का क्या करूँ. सप्लाईज. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं यार. अब ज़्यादा तो दूर जाना नहीं है. आई गेस इनफ होगा. वेरी लिटिल वाटर. हंट करते हैं. अरे यार, 3 पाउंड का क्या करूँ. ओ शिट, मिस हो गया. यस, हो गया. इनफ है. मैं चाहती हूँ हेल्थ गुड हो जाए यार, क्योंकि अब हम पहुँचने वाले हैं और गुड हेल्थ पे अच्छे पॉइंट मिलते हैं. स्टॉप फॉर रेस्ट. है अभी. खाना हमारे पास। गुड हो गई, खाना है। कंटिन्यू। अरे इतना दूर कैसे कर दिया? यस, अ फायर इन दी वैगन रिजल्ट। अरे मुझे लगा पहुंच गए। इन दी लॉस ऑफ 2 वैगन व्हील्स, 1 वैगन टॉप, 4 पाउंड ऑफ फूड। फूड की तो कमी है यार। फेयर कर दी हेल्थ, इतने दिन खराब करे मैंने वहाँ पे। यू आर नाउ एट द डेलास, वुड यू लाइक टू लुक अराउंड? यस। Talk to people. A mountain man tells you there these last 100 miles to the Willamette Valley are the routes roughest. Roughest. Easier either rafting down the swift and turbulent Columbia River or driving your wagon over the steep cascade mountain hire an Indian guide if you take the river. Amy Witherspoon tells you my cousin lady engaged passage down the Columbia with Indian a chance with 17 people and luggage. The wind blew so heavy they had to lay by near dark high waves came up over their heads. Finally, they made it to store safely. A toll collector tells you I collect the tolls for the Barlow Road, a bargain at twice the price. Until last year, the overland had no choice. Everyone floated the Columbia. Now, with Mr. Barlow's new road, you can drive your wagon right into Oregon City. चलो ये हो गया। ट्रेड नहीं करना, मैप तो देखना है। यहाँ पर अरे हम डायरेक्ट यहाँ जा सकते थे, हम घूम के क्यों गए? कोई नहीं। चेक सप्लाईज, खाना बहुत कम है। कंटिन्यू ऑन ट्रेल। द ट्रेल divides here. You may float down the Columbia River, take the Barlow Toll Road. What is your choice? First, use the arrow keys to guide your raft through the rushing water of the Columbia River. Press after passing the third direction sign, land your raft at the trail to the Willamette Valley. मजा आ रहा है। मैं अभी टकराने ही वाली थी। एक साइन बोर्ड आ गया है, उससे बोला था थर्ड साइन बोर्ड के बाद हमें लैंड करना है। सेकंड भी आ गया है। थर्ड भी आ गया। अब हमें लैंड करना है। आ गए। Congratulations, you have made it to Oregon. Let's see how many points you have received. 5 people in fair health, 2000 points. 1 wagon, 50. 15 auction, 60. 5 spare wagon parts, 10. 48 sets of clothes, 96. 550 bullets, 11. 45 pounds of food, 1. $5 of cash, 1. 2229 पॉइंट्स मिल गए हमें। प्रेस स्पेस बार टू कंटिन्यू। ओके, हम 5th पोजीशन पे आ गए हैं। दी ऑरेगन टॉप 10 नेम पॉइंट्स रेटिंग। कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, टाइप योर नेम एज यू वुड लाइक टू सी इट ऑन दी ऑरेगन टॉप 10। एक सेकेंड। ये मेरा नाम आ गया। वुड यू लाइक टू मेक एनी चेंजेस? नो। हाँ, फाइनली हो गया। अब एक बार है ना फास्ट ट्रेवल करते हैं, ठीक है? बैंकर ही जाते हैं। सिंचैन कजामा बोचैन और को तो कुछ नहीं हुआ था पूरे रास्ते। बोचैन होशियार है। मसाओ नैनी। अब हमें सब कुछ पता है तो हमें ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा। पेज हम इस बार रखेंगे स्ट्रेनियोर और फूड सप्लाई भी हम इस बार रखेंगे मैगर। सेकेंड कंटिन्यू बिना टाइम वेस्ट के। देखते हैं इस बार आप कितना जल्दी कर पाते हैं। चलो चलो चलते रहो। हाँ, जब तक हेल्थ वेरी पुअर नहीं होगी हम नहीं रुकेंगे। कज़ामा हैज़ अ ब्रोकन लेग बट हेल्थ फेयर है ना, हम चलते रहेंगे। चलो चलो चलते रहो। हैं, कज़ामा हैज़ डाइड? कज़ामा मर कैसे गया? लेकिन डायरेक्ट हेल्थ तो फेयर थी। चोरी कर ली किसी ने। हेल्थ पुअर हो गई है। One of the auction has died. पिछली बार फर्स्ट ग्रीन रिवर पे गए थे, इस बार रिवर से नहीं जाएंगे, हम यहाँ से जाएंगे। हाफ रास्ता हमने तय कर लिया है, 1000 मील्स हो चुका है। डेढ़ महीने में हमने हाफ जर्नी तय कर ली। वेरी पुअर होगी तो रुक जाएंगे हम, अभी हेल्थ पुअर है। बैड वेदर, वाटर था आई गेस, वाटर, बैड वाटर। हेल्थ वेरी पुअर हो गई, अब हमें रुक जाना चाहिए। बोचन हैज एग्जॉस्टेड। हेल्थ पुअर है, हम रुक जाते हैं। चलो अरे यार आग लग गई। नैनी हैज़ कॉलेरा, वेरी पुअर हेल्थ। रुक जाते हैं। चलो फेयर होने पे चलता है। चलो, अरे वापस पुअर हो गई। ओके, तो ये लंबा रास्ता हो गया। Nanny is exhausted. Ocean as muscles. अरे यार वेरी पुअर हेल्थ हो गई है। पहले हम फर्स्ट ऑप्शन गए थे, फिर सेकंड भी आना पड़ा था, इसलिए हम डायरेक्ट सेकंड ऑप्शन पे जा रहे हैं। Nanny has died. बस हम पहुंचने वाले हैं। सेकंड। You must pay $6.5 to travel the Parlop Road. Are you willing to do this? Yes. From the Dallas, it is 100 miles to the Wilmette Valley. भाई कोई ऑक्स कैसे चुरा सकता है? रुको, अब हेल्थ थोड़ी अच्छी कर देते हैं इनकी। गुड करनी है हमें। हो भी जा गुड, अब इतना क्या है। फिर फेयर हो गई, ये पता नहीं क्या दिक्कत है इसके। बट इस बार पॉइंट्स आई गेस कम मिलेंगे। हाँ इतने कम पॉइंट्स मिले कोई नहीं। अरे अभी भी नाम आ गया, इधर सिंचैन लिख देती हूँ, वही रखती हूँ। तो गाइस यही था दी ओरेगन ट्रेल गेम। अब मैं आप सबसे मिलती हूँ मेरी नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में, तब तक के लिए बाय एंड टेक केयर।